Hey everyone, how's it going? Craig here. I just wanted to jump in and share an idea that I had for your budget that's going to prevent those budget busters from just completely throwing off your month financially. You know what I'm talking about. You're in the middle of a month, you had your budget in place, and then suddenly an expense pops up that you didn't foresee, and all of a sudden you're in the red, you feel like everything's lost, and you almost give up hope for the month. So, how can we prevent that ahead of time when we can't necessarily predict every expense? And the solution that I have is in your budget, putting in a line item titled miscellaneous or random needs or something like that. What this category is it's called it's your budget buffer. I consider it the buffer for your budget. What I usually recommend is somewhere between $50 and $100 a month. You just assign it to miscellaneous. Now, what miscellaneous means is anything you couldn't predict at the beginning of the month. So let's say your kid comes home from school one day and says, I need 10 dozen cookies for tomorrow, and you had no idea. They just kind of sprung it on you and you have to go to the store, right? That could fall under the miscellaneous category. Or let's say at work, somebody gets sick and everyone decides to collect some money together for a gift card or something like that. And you didn't quite predict it, but you want to donate and you want to give. So that could come out of miscellaneous. All these little things that maybe were not something you could predict. Maybe it's something you don't have a sinking fund for, but you need to have it in there. So $50 to $100. Now, we don't want it to be too high because otherwise we tend to find things that could fall under the miscellaneous category. We don't want it to be too low either, otherwise it won't cover everything. So that's why I say between 50 and $100 is a good number. The other thing to be careful with when it comes to this category is really asking yourself before you spend the money, was this something I could have predicted? If it was, then maybe it's not really falling under miscellaneous. So for example, let's say you ran out of restaurant money early. It's halfway through the month and your restaurant envelope is empty. I wouldn't necessarily say that's an excuse to dip into that miscellaneous fund. So try other things, but try and keep that miscellaneous fund really for only those things that you couldn't predict. And then also, when you ask yourself that question, if you come to the conclusion that you could have predicted it, what can you do next time so that it doesn't pop up and have to be used out of miscellaneous? How could you prepare for it in the future? All right, try it out. Is anyone else out there using this already? Let me know how it's going. If you like it, if it's saved your budget from falling apart before, drop that in the comments box below. Or if you haven't tried it, give it a whirl this month. See how it goes, see if you like it, and see what it can do for you. All right, guys, happy budgeting. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions.